Welcome back to Dishing You Well. Happy 4th of July weekend. I want to start this off by saying thank you guys for the tremendous amount of love and support you guys been showing me. I couldn't thank you enough. I've reached my 100 subscriber landmark and it's up from here. I got something special to celebrate that landmark with you guys. Just stay tuned. Today for 4th of July weekend, I'm going to show you a quick salsa that I make with everything. So you really want to stick around. Let's go right into the ingredients. All right, so these are pretty much all the ingredients you will be needing to make my everything salsa. Again, I call it my everything salsa because I literally put it on everything. It has several names: Tex-Mex salsa, Southwest salsa. Some people even call it cowboy caviar, believe it or not. But these are pretty much all the ingredients you will be needing today. You're gonna need 1 can of black beans. You wanna make sure that your black beans are thoroughly rinsed and drained. You want to use 1 can of sweet kernel corn. You don't want to use the cream style corn. That wouldn't work for this dish. Again, you want to drain that and rinse it. You're also going to need 3 tomatoes. I'm using 3 Roma tomatoes. They're pretty much firm and they'll hold up to the salsa. You're also going to need the juice of 3 limes. You're going to need 1 medium to small red onion. If you don't have a red onion, you can use a white or yellow onion. I suggest using the red, but the white or the yellow would work. I'm also using 1 handful of cilantro. That is pretty much optional. Some people don't like the taste of cilantro. It does have a perfume taste to it to some people, but if you want to eliminate that from the recipe, you can. You're also going to need 1/4 cup of white vinegar. You can use apple cider or red wine vinegar if that's what you have, but I'm using white vinegar today. You're going to need 1/2 tablespoon of salt, and I'm also going to be using you're going to need white rice, but I'm using the jasmine boil in the bag. It's pretty simple and quick, but you can use whatever rice that you prefer. I'm also going to be making this with the strip steak. You can make it with whatever you prefer. I'm going to do that in a separate video. I'm actually going to do a separate video showing you guys how to prepare this in sort of a chipotle bowl layered, but that's going to be in a separate video. Today I'm just going to show you guys how to pretty much make the salsa. So this is all the ingredients you will be needing. Next, I'm going to show you how to get everything prepared. So now that that's done, let's go into getting everything prepared. All right, so you want to make sure that you have a large bowl, whichever bowl that you're serving or preparing or storing your salsa in. You want to use that bowl to pretty much start getting everything in. You want to go in, add your corn. You're going to add your black beans. And I'll show you how you want to cut your tomatoes. Again, you want to make sure that you dice them into small enough pieces, but you don't want to puree it. And what I like to do is I like to cut out the really soft part of the middle and discard that, and I start to dice the tomato from there. So you just want to go in, slicing in strips, and then go in and dice it. Pretty much 1-inch dices will do, because it's pretty much a salsa, so you don't want big chunks of tomato. Again, you can just remove the really soft part and discard it, because you don't want your salsa to be mushy, even though you wanted to keep the firmness to it. Even though you can keep this overnight, it'll hold up in the fridge for a few days, and you basically serve it cold, so you wouldn't have to worry about letting it warm. All right, so we had a bit of technical difficulties. My camera was acting up, but I think where I left off at, I was finishing up dicing One of the tomatoes, I have that all completely diced. As you can see, this is the size you want, 1-inch dices. And I'm going to show you guys how to strip the cilantro and dice them. You pretty much just want to pop the tops off and pull them backwards. The leaves will come right off. If you pull them backwards, the leaves will come right off the stem. So you want to pop the top, pull it backwards. You don't want to add in the stems. You just want the leaves. You really don't need a lot of cilantro because it has a pretty powerful flavor to it. And again, as I stated earlier, you can eliminate this from the recipe. It'll be totally fine. You want to take the leaves, you want to ball them up, take your knife and run it across, run it back, turn them over. Be careful with your fingers because I just almost lost mine. You just want to dice it up as fine as you can. Add it to your bowl mixture. This is pretty much the bowl that you're going to be storing and serving it in. Then you want to finish up. I'm going to finish up these 2 tomatoes off camera. I'm going to slice and juice up these limes. Again, in order to get the limes the juiciest, you want to roll them until they're softened, and then you want to go and cut into them, and you can juice them from there. I'm going to finish the rest of these up, and I don't want to cry on camera, so I'm going to cut this onion off camera. In the meantime, I'm going to get this white rice on. I'm going to check on our steak. When I come back, I'll show you the last step of pretty much getting everything combined. We'll be right back. All right, so I pretty much diced the rest of the tomatoes and the onions up, and I put them inside of the bowl with the corn and the black beans and cilantro, and I'm pretty much just juicing the last half of the 3rd lime. As you can see, this is all of the lime juice you've gotten. I'm going to go in and I'm going to add the vinegar to the lime juice and the salt. Going to take your spoon, make sure it's completely combined. I like to do it that way because it helps the salt get in the lime and the lemon get distributed throughout the whole bowl easier. And you want to go in and just dump it in. Dump that in and give it a good stir. Make sure that every portion is coated with the liquid. Even if a little bit of the liquid forms at the bottom, don't worry. A lot of the tomatoes, the onions, and the beans, the corn, it'll break down with the lemon anyway and form a juice at the bottom, but that juice is going to be perfect when you're serving it over any of your dishes, whether it be your rice or your chicken, fish, steak. And that's pretty much it. This is pretty much done. You can taste it to your liking if it needs any salt. If you like to add pepper, that'll be totally fine. This actually be a great time to add in some diced avocados. I love avocados, so you can also dice up some green or red peppers and add it in there. The options are endless, but this is pretty much done. Right now, I'm gonna go check on our steak and our rice, see if it's done. If it is, I'm gonna show you how we combine everything together and make magic. Be right back. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is my everything salsa. As you can see, I paired it with the strip steak and the jasmine rice. I love to pair it with rice or any kind of grilled meat. This is perfect for your cookouts this weekend. You want to have this salsa, just throw it on top of any of the meats, rice. It's perfect. It adds like a brightness to any dish because the flavors just pop in your mouth. So I really want you guys to give this a try, and if you do, Drop in the comments and let me know how it turned out. How'd you like it? Again, I want you guys to engage with me. I want you to let me know what dishes you would love to see me make. I really appreciate the love and engagement. Again, stay blessed, and I'm dishing you well.